night, honoring your husband. Hello and welcome to the First Lady of Music, Beyoncé.
Davis party is always a highlight of Grammy weekend. The anticipation for the big show on Sunday reached a fever pitch with just the mention of two names. We hear that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are opening the show. What's your reaction to that?
About time.
Ooh, that's going to be hot. That's going to be fantastic.
I think that's awesome. You know, when you have two amazing artists that have great chemistry, you know, to open up, I think that's amazing.
If you know anything,
Power grab in the music industry is happening right before everyone's eyes. If you know anything about the business, then you already know there's a fierce battle for the throne Clive Davis left behind. While people are still unpacking the damage tied to his legacy, Wendy Williams stepped forward with an even more explosive claim. She says Beyoncé and Jay-Z are aggressively positioning themselves to inherit his influence, pulling every possible string across the industry to make it happen. And considering everything that's surfaced about Jay-Z and Beyoncé this year alone, it's not exactly difficult to understand why they'd want the protection and power that supposedly comes with Clive's seat. But before diving into that, let's rewind and talk about Clive Davis himself. The internet has been relentlessly calling out the alleged role he played in the downfall of major artists like Phyllis Hyman, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, while also allegedly helping elevate figures like Diddy. Some critics have even argued that Clive wasn't nearly the industry genius the media made him out to be. Just look at Whitney Houston, for example. Clive worked with countless artists throughout his career, but Whitney remains the crown jewel of his legacy. Let's be honest, Whitney Houston was pure lightning in a bottle. That voice was destined to dominate no matter where she landed, and Clive Davis simply happened to be the executive who signed her first. But here's where the story takes a sharp turn. Rumor has it Clive originally fought against Whitney starring in The Bodyguard, convinced that acting would derail her music career. Then everything changed the moment he heard the movie's soundtrack, and suddenly he couldn't back the project fast enough. Critics have long claimed his real strategy was polishing black artists into something more acceptable for mainstream audiences. That's supposedly why he constantly clashed with Phyllis Hyman, who refused to water down either her sound or her image. People have also pointed out that he repeatedly searched for another Whitney, trying to shape singers like Cyrita, Jennifer Hudson, Monica, Leona Lewis, and Deborah Cox into the same mold, only to realize that kind of magic simply couldn't be manufactured twice. Still, whether you see Clive Davis as a legendary music executive or something far more controversial, almost everyone agrees on one thing: his influence stretched far beyond Columbia Records, making him one of the most untouchable figures the music business had ever seen. Back when media control was much tighter throughout the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, his reach was even harder to challenge. Over the years, numerous allegations and controversies surrounded his name, including reports that the FBI investigated him during the 1970s over alleged drug-related matters, alongside tax issues and claims that ultimately led to his dismissal as president of Columbia Records over alleged misuse of corporate funds. And now, some online voices even claim it was Clive who mentored Diddy, helping shape the man many critics now blame for becoming one of the industry's most controversial
Black community.
The other part of that is we never talk about what Clive Davis did to Milli Vanilli, because those were young black men, but they looked a certain way and they were too pretty. But we have these big old fat black guys that can really sing, so we're going to have them sing, but we're going to put Milli Vanilli up. And then when it got discovered that the scam was happening, Clive Davis didn't lose a Grammy. Milli Vanilli did. Clive Davis wasn't shunned. Milli Vanilli was. Clive Davis went on and made Bad Boy, made J Records, gave Usher a record deal, built LaFace Records, did everything he wanted to do without any consequence or recompense to what he did to those young boys who were out front through no fault of their own, who were forced into that situation, and the fat black kids who were in the back singing.
When Diddy's RICO case unfolded, the rumor mill went into absolute overdrive. Some people claim the raid was really meant to hide any trail that could allegedly lead back to Clive Davis and other powerful music executives, who were supposedly becoming increasingly nervous about Diddy's behavior. Another rumor suggested that Clive may have encouraged Cassie Ventura to file her lawsuit, with some believing she felt confident moving forward because she allegedly had influential backing behind the scenes. And if those are only the stories making headlines, people can't help wondering what, if anything, has never surfaced publicly. Beyond that, many believed Clive always managed to escape serious consequences, while artists were allegedly terrified of getting on his bad side. The common belief was that one phone call from him could supposedly derail a career before it ever had the chance
One
to
phone
recover.
call.
Oh, they claim he was one of the most evil producers in the game, right? Remember when TLC held him hostage in that bad contract? Oh, all right. Remember Whitney passed away the night before the Grammys? There's supposed to be his name around it. Remember they asked him about a whole bunch of stuff about P. Diddy? And he didn't say nothing? What does Clive spell backwards? Rest in peace.
There were also benefits.
Being on Clive Davis's good side came with some serious perks, because artists who earned his favor allegedly received the kind of label support, promotion, and resources that most musicians could only fantasize about. Now that Clive is no longer the dominant force he once was, everyone seems to be asking the same question: who's about to inherit that level of influence? According to Wendy Williams, there's absolutely no doubt that Jay-Z already stands among the industry's biggest gatekeepers. He transformed himself from rapper into music mogul, made the power move of marrying Beyoncé, and together they built an empire where fame, influence, money, and power all seem to go hand in hand. The Carters are treated like music royalty, and plenty of artists allegedly feel pressured to praise them, even when they've already built successful careers of their own. Lately, though, that untouchable image has started showing visible cracks. Sure, the Bayhive is always ready to defend Beyoncé at a moment's notice, but the internet has increasingly questioned how the Carters operate behind closed doors. Nicki Minaj has publicly criticized Jay-Z, claiming he shortchanged her after selling his stake in Tidal by offering only $1 million for shares she believed were worth much more. She also accused him of interfering with her music because Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj never signed with him. Then there's Rihanna, who reportedly wasn't pleased after her album Annie leaked on Tidal, with critics claiming it happened to attract attention to the platform at the expense of one of its biggest stars. Since then, many fans have continued speculating about why another album has yet to arrive. Critics have also pointed to Jay-Z's shifting public image, accusing him of abandoning black causes, including claims that he distanced himself from Colin Kaepernick's movement despite previously supporting it, while also facing criticism over his involvement with the development of the Barclays Center, which many believe contributed to rising property values, higher rents, and the displacement of local businesses and black families from their neighborhoods.
Say it. We know why he don't like Drake. Jay-Z don't like nobody. If that's the word on the curb, Uncle Ho. They say you don't like nobody. If somebody starts to get a little too this, that, and the fourth, you making a call. You making a call. You making a call. That's all I'm saying. Everybody say you make a lot of.
The jig is up.
Yo, that was crazy.
Everybody know. Everybody knows. We know now.
Jay also
found himself dragged into online conversations surrounding the released Jeffrey Epstein documents, where internet users claimed certain communications praised his business strategy. Some online commentators further alleged that one message suggested Black Americans protested less because Jay-Z had supposedly influenced or bought off prominent voices. Those claims remain unverified, but they fueled even more speculation. Then the spotlight shifted to Beyoncé, whose name has repeatedly been surrounded by internet rumors ranging from bizarre accusations of witchcraft to claims that she borrowed ideas from other artists. Some conspiracy theories even allege that she and Jay-Z worked behind the scenes to eliminate potential competition and keep anyone from threatening Beyoncé's place at the top. Despite her powerful public image, critics argue that cracks have started appearing in the couple's carefully crafted reputation. According to these online narratives, Beyoncé and Jay-Z are feeling increasing pressure after watching the dramatic downfalls of R. Kelly and Diddy, making them believe the industry can turn on anyone overnight. That's why some believe they're determined to stay several moves ahead of everyone else by strengthening powerful relationships, calling in favors, and climbing even higher within the industry's inner circle until they reach a position where influence and connections become their greatest form of protection.
The same thing that people look down on R. Kelly for, Jay-Z was engaged in the same type of activity. So my only point was, why y'all still honor him? Because y'all think he didn't, or because y'all don't know? Like, some of the facts was out there, like his artist Foxy Brown, you know what I mean? Even his business partner Dame Dash said he never wanted to sign Foxy Brown or didn't want dealings with her because of her age. But Jay-Z signed her. He had songs with her where they talking about sex and stuff like that, and she was only 15.
That's why they put
According to this narrative, they allegedly started putting Blue Ivy front and center, making sure she appeared on major red carpets before celebrating her high-profile Met Gala debut. But if the plan was supposed to win everyone over, critics say it hasn't exactly gone according to script. Instead, social media quickly filled with people questioning whether Blue Ivy's mature styling was appropriate for someone her age. Others also gave Bonk plenty of side eyes after she confidently declared that Blue was ready, leaving countless people asking the same uncomfortable question. Ready for exactly what?
What's been talked about the whole night. B is here. Beyonce is officially here at the Met Gala. Now, B, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely. She was ready.
She was ready.
According to Wendy Williams, insiders allegedly claim the Carters came up with a strategy to prove to powerful elites that they still had enormous influence over the Black community. The first move, they say, was announcing Jay-Z's partnership with Target for the exclusive release of the 30th anniversary edition of his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. The timing immediately caught attention because many Black consumers had been boycotting Target after criticism surrounding the company's changes to its day initiatives. The theory suggested that if Jay-Z could convince enough supporters to return and end that boycott, it would demonstrate just how much influence he and Beyoncé still possessed while silencing many of their critics. According to this narrative, however, the plan hasn't unfolded the way they expected. Many people online insisted the Black community wasn't falling for the move and made it clear they weren't interested in supporting what they viewed as another publicity stunt. Critics have always argued that the Carters know exactly how to turn influence into profit. And Jay-Z has even celebrated that mindset in his music with Can't Knock the Hustle. But some now believe the public's patience is wearing thin. They accuse the couple of accepting awards and speaking about Black excellence in public while allegedly exploiting artists and damaging careers behind the scenes. For Wendy, if these allegations reflected how the Carters allegedly handled the influence they already have, she believes it would become even more concerning if they ever managed to inherit Clive Davis's level of industry power. But here's the real question. Do you think Bonk and Jay-Z could actually take Clive Davis's place? And if not, who deserves to become the music industry's next true power player? Drop your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.